good field, this one. Chaudhary, the Asian champion in 2. Fee and Ryan, World Student Games gold medalist for Australia. Time's irrelevant, all about the positions. Top 5, joining the likes of world record holder Beatrice Chepkoech in the steeplechase final. There's some really good athletes in this one. It could be very competitive. Chematai, the Olympic champion, happy to take the inside line. No water jump, of course, on the first lap. It's a view from above the spectators as they come into the home straight for the first time. Alemu has finished second in Doha, won Florence, second in Lausanne. Talking about the Ethiopian who's running about level in third until Robles, the Spaniard, coming past. She was advanced, Robles, into the final after her path was obstructed in Tokyo. So she's tasted a global final before, and she's clearly decided that steady is not the way to go, leaving a little bit of room on the inside. She's not hugging the inside line. She is now a couple of strides ahead of Alemu, the young, talented Ethiopian, but the Spaniard wanting to make this honest from the start.
Well, Rob, I've got to get with it on the new rules here. This is really interesting because my first thought was, okay, well, what did they run in the last heat? And it just doesn't matter anymore. And I know a lot of track fans will be wondering that. Well, you know, how fast do the non-qualifiers have to go? I like this. Let them run for it. Let them figure it out on the track.
It is strange. It'll take me a while to get used to it as well. No non-automatic qualifiers in these distances of 1500 and up. And we've got the invention of the queue room. If you don't know what we're talking about, on the shorter events where we do still have non-automatic qualifiers, those who finish their race, if they're in a non-automatic spot, they go into a sort of temporary lounge, and they only stay there if they still hang on to a non-automatic spot. Now, Chematai, the Olympic champion, leading this second heat of the women's 3 steeple. Top 5, remember, coming back for the final. And we're talking, if you've been with us a little while, just watching the hurdling technique. Watch Chematai, the athlete on the right of picture, leading with the iconic yellow vest of Uganda. Watch the legs flick out to the side there. Everyone's got their own technique. And boy, oh boy, did she get a great reception when she went back to Uganda, their first female Olympic champion, putting the event on the map. And actually, look, these 3 are beginning to pull away. What's your analysis, Dan, from a technical point? Because you were a technical expert in so many different events, do you think these athletes should just follow their instinctive method of going over the barriers, or should they be going through a lot of technical prowess to try and force themselves to do it in a manner that looks good as well as feels good?
Well, and you look at the athletes in the 400-meter hurdles, you have to do what is natural, and then you have to learn to get really, really good. You have to learn to do things that are unnatural, hurdling with your opposite leg. But here in the steeplechase, you have to provide them with good instruction, because that is risky. Certainly what Chematai is doing when she flicks both legs out to the side, you know, if she caught a toe there, the other leg is not over the hurdle, and she would come crashing down. So in my opinion, that's very risky, but she looks confident, and when she gets to the water jump, she approaches it a little bit differently.
What you tend to find with the water jump is that those who are going to vault the water jump go into it with acceleration, because they need the speed to clear such a long distance to land in the shallower water, ready to kick off for the home straight. Well, this is getting interesting, because you've got 3 classy East Africans. Chematai, the Olympic champion. We've got Alemu, fantastic youngster who's enjoyed good success on the Diamond League circuit, and Faith Cheretich, the world junior champion. These 3 are away that means there's a battle royale going on for the other two spots. Mismas Zermzek, by the way, I'm sorry, mispronunciation, the Slovenian, she's in 4th. Emma Coburn is in 6th. Not had a great season by her own high standards, the former world champion. But she's now got to try and close down Chaudhary, the Asian champion from India, who's in 5th. And there's a couple of athletes just behind the Indian. It's not just Coburn. We've got the early leader Robles of Spain trying to get in the mix, and also Karafi and Ryan. So that's the 5 who are going through if that's how it stays. Then watch for the trio trying to close down the Indian, led by the former world champion Emma Coburn.
Well, Emma looks like she's laboring a little bit right now, and she's 32 years old. And you know, this is not an event you can do forever. I see Emma graduating to some more road racing, but no, she's out there. She's still a staple in the steeplechase at the U.S. Championships.
Chematai running well here. Recovered from a fall to win that Commonwealth bronze. Little stutter into that water jump for Chaudhary. We're watching the Indian athlete, the Asian champion, 20th in the world cross in Bathurst, and that is no mean feat. So competitive. She's got a bigger gap now. Coburn's been blown out the back, so the athlete in 6th just coming into your picture is Fian Ryan, the Australian, with Robles now allowing a gap of some 5 or 6 meters to grow on her. Mismas Zermzek has closed down on the 3 East Africans in front of her. Really good running by the Slovenian. Complete concentration required here to make sure they successfully negotiate the remaining 4 barriers. But the leading quartet should be fine. Chaudhary just putting her foot on that barrier. No sign yet that she's going to be caught in that battle for the 5th spot. Fian Ryan is driving with all her might. There in the distance is the athlete in 6th, and only 5 are going through. Now, let's just make sure there are no problems here. Still that little leg flick from Chematai. Cheratic coming wide on her outside, but it doesn't matter. And barring a fall at the final barrier, the Indian Chaudhary will be rewarded with a place in the final. Mismas Zermzek lets the 3 East Africans go, but it doesn't matter. Cheratic out-tipping Lemieux. Chematai taking 3rd. Mismas Zermzek is 4th. Chaudhary completes the list of those who will be coming back for the final. Fast finish by McCabe to come through for 6th. This has been a hard run for these women. It's not quite as hot as it was last night, but it's not far off. This is a tough environment for any distance event. Good work from the Kenyan, the Ethiopian, and the Ugandan.
And when you're comparing heats, almost the exact same time that they ran in the last heat. And they didn't do it with somebody 100 meters out front.
Yes, different approaches to these varying heats, as we had for the 5,000 a little earlier. Pereth Chematai vaulting the water jump, the likes of Robles nearest the camera, putting 1 foot on the barrier, just to give yourself that propulsion.
Well, and the goal here is get back down on the ground and continue to run. So really, whatever gets the athlete the most comfortable, puts them in a position where they can land and continue to run. That's the most important thing.